Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going over to the Lagunitas Brewery and we're looking at a can of the 12th of Never Ale. Best for date is 30th of the 1st, 2018, so I don't really think it's the freshest of cans, going off if a brewery uses a 1 year shelf life, but yeah, picked this up in my local Morrison's as part of a 3 for £5 deal. And I think I've only ever had the Lagunitas IPA, which is, as most of you guys know, that is also widely available in most supermarkets. In fact, that was the beer that was like the big one, and that's, that's a fantastic IPA in itself from what I remember. And yeah, I was really happy that my local Morrison's had this one. So this is clocking in at 5.5% in an awesome 355ml can. So yeah, I think this is a pale ale. It's got a bit of spiel on the back, but can't really read that because the light's reflecting off it. But I'll quickly read you what it says at the top of the can. At best, it's 12 ounces of malt, hops, yeast, love and vibe in a solution of dihydrogen oxide captured in an aluminium wrapper. So yeah, don't take themselves too seriously, and I know some people don't like Lagunitas because of the fact that they're part of the big boys now. But to be honest, as long as the beer still tastes good, I don't think people should worry too much. I can't say if quality has dropped, or I'm in no position to even ponder that because I've had no experience with Lagunitas. And we don't actually get that much, obviously, compared to the States. So the whole distribution argument, people try and use that in the UK as like a negative point, and it's like, yeah, but we'll still never, see such and such. And it's like, yeah, of course, it's all about domestic sales. But yeah, we're slowly but surely in the supermarkets getting some more of their beers, and I know a lot of the bottle shops do offer some of the more limited and seasonal offerings. So I'm all for it, to be honest, and especially as a reviewer. And it's great, for potential live reviews, so you can get your American cohorts to be involved in it. And I was actually supposed to be doing a live review on the evening of me doing this, but I'm a greedy fat fuck, and I ended up drinking the beer that I was supposed to be doing, with the notion of picking it up today, but of course the supermarkets didn't have it. So that was the Wells and Young Double Chocolate Stout, which I was supposed to be doing with my good friend Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews, but we'll be doing a hangout anyway. So yeah, that might have already been uploaded. I'm not too sure about the scheduling of this one. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get this one open. And speaking of Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews, he did this as part of a live review with Christoph from Ale Degustation. So that link will definitely be in the description box for you to check out. And of course, as always, if any of my other friends or people who I follow on a regular basis, if they reviewed it, then their links will be included also. So beer in the glass then, and there's like a very slight haze in there. Nice whirlwind of carbonation. Can't get my words out properly. And yeah, it seems nice and, well, it's not really gentle, but it's not too fierce. Sort of like a really pale golden colour, almost has like a hazy lager look to it. Hazy Hellas beer, almost. And beer poured with about 1 finger's worth of a white foamy head. So without any further ado, let's give it a sniff. Oh, big hits of like a citron cascade coming out of this one. Backed up with like a slightly grassy and almost biscuity malt character as well. Like orange peel, that sort of thing. Like sort of like dried citrus fruits. Just, brain's not working today, but when does it work? Let's be honest. Yeah, very lemony. It's got that sort of like slight prickly sherbet sort of aroma. And then there's like a dankness on the back end, sort of like that garlicky onion sort of aroma, which just, it stops it from being too out there. Yeah, lovely and fragrant. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Straight away, big hit of grapefruit bitterness. Then loads of citrus character comes out. lemon, lime, orange, blood orange, that sort of thing. Very slight melony mango tones as well. By far a juice bomb or anything like that, but it still has that slightly tropical flavour to it. And then you get this lovely oily resiny character coming through as well, and that just complements that bitterness on the back end. It is actually quite aggressive on the bitterness, not like clawing or distractingly so, but still packs a punch. It really, really does. It's got a lovely medium mouthfeel. It's crisp yet chewy at the same time, if that makes sense. Very satisfying to drink. And I know it's coming up to 6%, but very sessionable. I think the only thing that would really make you slow down is the fact that that bitterness just does linger the more you drink it. But aside from that, that's a really nice, hoppy, sort of pale ale IPA. And yeah, that sort of like sweet, savoury, caramelised onion character comes through as well, which is actually really nice. All the characteristics just work beautifully in harmony. It's not too in your face, aside from that bitterness. How many times I've got to make that point? But yeah, it is. It's a surprise to see a beer like that in the supermarkets, to be honest, because I know a lot of palates who would buy beers from the supermarkets, like the regular customers who don't really... They want to have something new and intriguing in terms of a beer drinking experience. But they could probably get a little bit more than they bargained for with that one. As someone who's been doing this for a little while now, it's still noticeable. It still packs a punch for me personally. But it's nice, and I've said this point time and time again. Even like as far as 2 years ago, if I was to try a beer like this, I'd be like, "Oof, God, that's really bitter." But it is a bitter beer. But you know, your palate becomes adjusted to this, and there's much more out there that would like completely wreck your palate in that regard compared to this one. But yeah, I really, really like this one actually, and it's one that I could see myself picking up again, especially the fact that we do get them in the 355 milliliter cans, which is always a bonus. It's like sweet tones coming through now as well. That's a lovely, lovely beer. Very pleasantly surprised by that one. Although I knew for a fact that it wasn't going to be a bad beer. Let's be honest. So that was Lagunitas' 12th of Never Ale. I'm going to give that one a very solid and commendable 8 out of 10. Give it a try if you haven't done so already. The great thing about supermarkets now is all the deals that you do. So each time you go there, you can, you know, get 3 or 4 beers for like £6 or £5, and you know, if you're just spending like £10 a week on new beers, that alone is going to help you build up like a database, and it's going to help you develop your palate, and then it's gonna, you know, like every proud parent wants you to, it's going to make you go into the world and experience weird and wonderful, sometimes horrible things, but you know, it's one of those beers that it's great potentially for newcomers, but there's enough there to offer a solid drinking experience to even the more seasoned craft beer drinker, if that makes sense. So yeah, 8 out of 10. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of Lagunitas? Do you care who they're owned by? Does it even bother you when you make your choices when you buy beer? I could see plus points on both sides of the debate, so I'd be interested to hear your guys' opinions down below. As I said, if any of my friends have reviewed this one, their links will be down below, as well as Christoph and Dean's review, which was an awesome live review. And yeah, check out Lagunitas. I don't think I've got a Lagunitas playlist because I think I've only drank the regular IPA, but I think I can create one now, so that'll be down below. And check out my, I'm going to say it's a pale ale. So check out that playlist too. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for another beer review. See you guys later.